We're just doing a little warm up here with these 5 problems. We're going to do this basic 20, problems 1 through 5. The last one is multiplying fractions, and I just want to give you another one like it. 2/7 times 21 thirds. And I hope you get that things like this can cancel each other, and it'd be really smart to do that instead of just blindly going 21 times 2 is 42. 7 times 3 is 21. There's a much smarter way to do this. You cancel early. This 21 could be 7 times 3, and then this 7 will cancel, and this 3 will cancel, and the answer is just 2. Yeah, this would have simplified to 2, but boy, if you can cancel early, it's much smarter. Here's another one like that. 8/3 times 1/4. Yeah, it's 8/12, but couldn't you change this into 4 times 2 and let the 4s get canceled, and then the answer is just 2/3? I think canceling on that kind is the big focus. That's what you should do, is look to cancel. All right, there's a little review of 5 super important algebra topics. Why did we do that today? Because I already told you. The test, you guys could seriously take that stats test right now, and most of you would get a good score. So we're going to review today for the stats after we do this thing. And then there's another review on Monday for stats test, and then Tuesday's the actual stats test. Okay, so we had time to squeeze in one of these things. It's a little bit like if you were my basketball team, we just spent 15 minutes-ish on shooting free throws. Why? Doesn't everybody know you stay behind the line and you shoot? It's because I want you to be good at it. You already know generally how to do these things, but I want you to be good at it. I want you to not make little putsy mistakes. So I wanted to talk through the common mistakes, like kids think this is x squared plus 25, and show them why it's not. It's actually that. And I want you to not make so many mistakes. I want you to be really good when the big game comes. All right, so this is the part where there's a Schoology quiz. It will take you probably 5 minutes, but if you're kind of on the pokey side, it'll take you 10 minutes. Fine. Either way, I'm fine with that. But open the Schoology quiz right now. No calculators on that one. The calculator that you have on your desk is awesome, but not for this quiz. Use it for stats later this hour. Okay, so if you finish early, just chill for a bit. After you're done with the Schoology quiz, if you want to just relax for a bit, it's totally cool.
So is it supposed to be like a blank sheet or the one in the folder?
All right, this is a worksheet. We're not doing this right this second. This is a worksheet, which is going to be homework. What we're doing right now is just a practice of a couple problems that I'm going to give you verbally and showing you kind of like what the test is like.
Okay.
All right, so here's the first one. Do you remember that thing where you have a bell curve, it's called? And let's say that it is the weight of these kids in a Sunday school class, and the average weight of the kids is 50 pounds. They're not really big. And let's say that they have a 5-pound, and does anybody know what I'm going to call it? Standard deviation. Good. Then, what would go here and here on the bell curve? If you learned how this works, you should know this number and this number. Now, who would have this right? Raise your hand if you think you know. I'm pretty confident I know this one. All right. Oh, Ellie, I'm confident you're going to get it right. I want it to go fast.
Okay, 55 and 45.
Yup. Then, here'd be a much harder question. What percentage of people weighed between 45 and 55 pounds? Now, I know I said I'd give you a chart, but I think some of you are going to remember what those little numbers are that are in here and here. What percentage of people are between 45 and 55 Renfrew? Do you know? 34% here and 34% here. So final answer? 68% of people would have been between 45 and 55 pounds. Does that make sense to you? If I give you all these numbers, this one's, thank you, 13.5%. This one's 2.35. It tricks me. It always makes me think it's 2.5. And this is 0.15. Yep. Then this one happens a lot, so you may as well memorize it. You know what these add up to?
15.
Close. 16. The way you can know that, 13, 14, 15, and change, and the change always adds up to exactly 1. So 16% of people are going to be above there. If you just put those all together, it's 16%. Okay, next thing, you get one of these guys. Would you be able to tell me what, let's say I give you numbers, 2, 3, 5, 8, 10, and can you tell me what Q1 was? Don't say it, raise your hand if you know what Q1 was. So,
3.
you are correct. And the other one that kind of goes with that is Q3, and that was, say it out loud. 8, good. Can you tell me the range of this data set? Yes, sir.
8.
Yeah, how'd you get it?
Biggest number minus 1.
That one minus that one. Good. It's 8. How about the top 25% was between what and what? Top 25% was between what and what? Olivia, what do you think?
It was between 8 and 10.
You are correct. That's the top 25%. All right. What about the bottom 25? There. What about this whole middle part? If the top 25 and the bottom 25 are separated off, what's left? 50. That's the 50% in the middle. Okay. All right. And if I asked you to put in some data to do a linear regression, but I don't want to waste your time, so we're just going to actually do a homework one. So everybody open up the homework and type this data in. You'd have to do it anyways to get the question right on your homework. The top row is going to be which L?
L1.
L1 is the top row. And L2 is the bottom row. And once you got them in, see if you remember how to do a linear regression. Once you're done, you can slap your answer right there in your homework. Act like it's a test. If you forgot how to do it, ask me. We will do a very thorough review that covers everything you have to know on Monday. Now, your calculator should automatically, underneath the linear regression, it should tell you the R value. I did notice 2 kids last hour who had trouble with that. If your R value doesn't show up, I can fix your calculator by putting the diagnostics on, and I know how to do that, and I'd be willing to help you. So if your R value doesn't show up right away, to answer, the next question here, if that doesn't show up right underneath linear regression, bring your calc to me. All right, so once you're done with that, you are in the midst of doing your homework. I'm going to suggest that you skip the last page. Why? Do I hate math? No, I just don't want to make the assignments so long that you go, oh, math's too hard. I shouldn't do the homework. It's a waste of my time. No, I'll keep it short and doable so you actually don't mind doing it. So skip the last page, please. And that's all I have for the video for today.